Welcome to my channel. I'm Lauracrapo, and that's my dog, Dr. Disco, barking in the background. But at least on this video, there's a door closed. It's a different apartment. All right, so I'm just gonna tune in to Leo Woodall's energy. I tried starting this video through my laptop with a better setup, but it just wouldn't start streaming. So or maybe it did, but it kept showing the spinning wheel, so I'm just gonna do this again. So what I was picking up initially was there was a lot of people intruding on his energy. Like it feels up to 3 people majorly getting in his space. Yeah, and then there's this other person who has like more dark energy who's really intruding and like sending, feels like manipulative and like it's really not, it's like control, but like a really negative type. Let me see. Feels a little bit of like the web in there, and also some kind of, I don't know, it could be family. Like I was saying the first time I tried to do this, it's like an older woman, older than him. And I felt like the color red, like whether it's their hair dyed or they like wearing red. But my first instinct was their hair, and I felt like they had the support of people in his life. So it could be like some sort of executive agent, like, you know, someone who he's given actual control over, but it feels like, yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it feels like this person has like a love of like the sort of magic arts or whatever, and while they might be seeing some results, it's like a negative practice, it feels like. And while they might, in a controlling kind of way, be getting the results they want, like in the end, like, you know, karma, whatever, and it's not gonna have the lasting effect that they want. It's more just like sad, you know, and annoying. Okay. Yeah, it's someone who just desperately wants to control him, but they still feel like underneath his energy, so it's just sort of a nuisance, you know. But then he does have these other 3 people in his ear whose energy like doesn't feel as terrible, but nonetheless, it's like, just keep to yourself, you know, like don't let him make his choices. And I also feel like I was saying when I first started this video, and it didn't seem there were technical issues, that he's like very open to inspiration, and that I also felt like obviously his training is very good as an actor, but the fact that he relies a lot on his intuition, that he's highly developed to serve his acting, like it's that's his like special quality, and it seems quite unlimited, so he's done a good job connecting with his, you know, divine energy, and like his own grounding himself, like appreciating his own person, and developed himself to such a degree. So it's kind of like anything kind of that people throw at him won't like really rock his world. Like he's very stable in his his like very good spiritual strength. Let me say that way. Okay. I feel like because not everybody's like a good actor or a good person for that matter, like his the people around him, in the industry might seem kind of dry because he's surpassed them in ways that of combining like his intuition and his talent and stuff, like his skills and his intuition. And not everybody's doing that. Like a lot of people are overly concerned with other people's opinions of them. And so that can like bog them down in this kind of like snake eating its tail kind of discussion that really doesn't go anywhere. It keeps you at the same level kind of. So while acting might be really fun, there's a lot of people that you have to just put up with. I mean, I'm sure everybody can relate to that. But it's hard if, let's say you're a young person and you want to develop and grow further, like who are the people that, who's your new kind of gang for that? And the majority of the people, I guess it feels like in this industry for him, like let's say he's living in the UK or working there or whatever, it's just like not the greatest vibe or like inspiring vibe, like in terms of like his professional surroundings. So he really has to, it's sort of like the fun starts when the camera starts rolling or when he's beginning to act in theater or whatever. That's sort of when he joins his like group because like it's linked to his intuition. It's like maybe a good comparison would be like working a factory job, doing a monotonous task, but then having a really great, vivid imagination at the same time. I feel like there's people who consider themselves an ideal partner for him. Maybe they've even been together romantically. I'll say romantically, but you know what I mean. And they think highly of themselves and misjudge the situation. He's not like a monk type of person, so he'll enjoy people's company, companionship, but he has like a proper match would be someone who can like vibe on his level. So it's as fun as it could be, but like, he knows that like the ultimate match might be like vibing higher, like more of everything. But he has a lot of people in his ear, and he has like maybe surrounded by, I'm gonna say, women who like are good at arguing their side, and it's kind of like in the end it's just like bird chatter. Like, why would you want to force yourself on someone? First of all, like, why would you want to logically try to describe love? Like, I think it's defies description. That's why there's so many songs and books about it, because you can't it can only be looked at from a million different angles. Okay. Yeah, so when there's not like a really good project that he wants, like there's a pause. Oh my god, the angle on this phone is it's better on the laptop. Okay, so yeah, so there can be like pauses, silence, or whatever, and that might be really annoying to his team, who might want to have him like booked like all the time because they make money from that. And he might piss people off in the industry by not just taking everything. Like Timothy Chalamet seems to take like every possible role, even if it's not like perfectly suited to him. Like I have a beef with him in the Willy Wonka movie thing, whatever it's called. I don't know. Like I don't know how much. Whatever. It's not the right. He just seems to be in everything. Like he has some good qualities, but just like taking everything. Just why? Like why? So okay. So I feel like Leo Woodall like is a bit more selective with his projects, which is great. But like I said, frustrating for other people who want to act with him, who want to make money off like getting a commission from booking him on a project. So, okay, wait. And I feel like over time, just doing like random media, like interviews and stuff, will take a toll. Like just it can make him not want to be part of his craft like anymore after a while. Like so I think like it's better to define his boundaries like now, even if it's like, oh well, everybody does this. It's like, well, okay, they let them do that if they want, but this is what I'm gonna do. Because I think you can look at other actors like career trajectories and see where the pitfalls lie, and like a lot of it's like due to overexposure or like stupid interviews that like why, you know, like if you wouldn't talk to that person in real life, why would you let them interview you? Like it's possible to release your own extra content, or you know, for your fans yourself. Like you're not obliged to go to these like standard mechanisms of interview. I don't know if you can hear that. My neighbors are kind of loud. So, okay. Well, and my dog is loud. So, okay. So, yeah, that's a recommendation that feels pretty strong. And, like, to count his argument could be, why don't I make some fun, kind of like independent little movies and clips for my fans, like, instead of like doing these interviews and stuff, because it takes up his valuable time, and it's not like his message and his purpose in life to have people, whatever they do in these things, like make fun of them or like put them in an environment that they wouldn't normally be in, you know, out of self-respect and stuff. So that comes up. All right. Is there something about him being like a bit scared to be in the country too much, or like in too deep in nature. I don't know, something like that. Maybe it's just a thing, like I grew up in Canada. I'm still here, and kind of, if you're able to get out in nature, the nature is like fully encompassing, and like, it could take you days to walk to a town, kind of like, there's a lot of nature here. But maybe in the UK, like, it's more like little towns and fields and little forest areas and stuff. So I'm just guessing, like, if you were invited on like a 2-week wilderness camping adventure, you might maybe not agree to it. Like, he's not gonna star in like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, like The Bear. I don't know what it was called. Anyway, like, that nature one. Okay. I'm just gonna see a couple more things I pick up. My dog always wants to be, when he hears me talk, he knows I'm doing a video, and he wants to be on my lap, but I'm just trying to get through this. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there was a film he was in that caused him some trauma, and it's worth his while to go back and go like, okay, what did I not like about that? And like, is there maybe even like legal repercussions to it? Like, if something was by surprise or not, had he known everything that was planned, would he have done that? Would he have signed on? So there could be some legal repercussions to it that would help regulate the industry to protect other people from like surprise activities on set. So I feel like it's worth his while, just for his own self-healing, to look at that and maybe ask a lawyer, like, what are the legal implications of how this was done, and for the sake of himself and people moving forward, like, let's set a new standard, because like, the entertainment industry is rife with some rotten situations, so it's better that people just really look at that and like lay their boundaries. And I mean, even if there were crickets professionally after that, like, there's no stopping someone from making their own really good films anyway. It's like, like, the power of the industry isn't really a power. It's like, either you choose to engage with it or you don't. Like, but like, time marches on and things change, and like, it's just like whatever, like, what were they called? Those shows back in the 70s and stuff, like, where it was like a little bit of this, like The Tonight Show. It's like, oh, there's a juggler, there's an interview, someone's singing, like a variety show. That's what I mean to say. It's like, whatever people are saying, like, this is how it's done, like, it's in 5 years, it's completely like, the paper's like in the ball and thrown out the window. So there's no fear in that, like, doing things differently or doing things outside the industry. Okay, let's see a couple more things. I feel like he could do some really cool films about childhood, like, either he's, I don't know, playing a dad in it, or But it's really like a joyful, showing like a joyful childhood. Yeah, whether he's writing it, directing it, acting in it, whatever, like, I feel it would be very good. There's a lot of interference now, like, I feel like, psychically, so I'm just, like, looking at that, but also looking at other messages. Yeah, so I just feel like if people have crushes on him and stuff, like, he's content kind of in his own world. If you want to walk alongside him, great. But I feel like people who have like agenda to like lock it down are just gonna be met with frustration. Not that he won't ever settle down, it's just like that manner of trying to bully him into a relationship, or list reasons why they're already in a relationship, or like try to intellectually bully. It's not gonna work. I would say to anyone that dates him, like, meditate more and try to be more grounded in your own energy, and that might be more impressive than verbally giving him reasons why you should date or whatever. Yeah, and I just feel like, I mean, it's maybe kind of obvious from his career choices so far, but I've only seen 2 of his projects. That he likes to even surprise himself with, like, he'll really grow like exponentially as an actor. Kind of like how Marlon Brando chose like challenging projects that would make him really have to go to the wall with his acting. So whatever you might think he is today, like, watch and learn, like, he'll surprise you, I feel. Yeah, and again, I just said as the last message, I really get that, like, the media wants to, like, in a way, like, the media is kind of like a destructive saboteur, because they're not, like, it's not inspiration, it's like picking apart. So it's, in a way, it's kind of like it's like trying to kill someone. You're picking someone's personality and choices apart. It's like scavenger. So I would say, to people, like to him or to people in his position, like, why would you want to subject yourself to scavengers? Like, you can just say no. Like, just draw up a new contract or adjust the contract based on the science of, like, measuring the negativity that is, like, traveling just for media purposes, and, like, the types of questions, the types of situations that are just unhealthy to be in. Because, like, that's the kind of stuff that can take down someone good or someone talented. Being able to say no, like, 99% of the time, and yes to good things, like, is a skill a lot of people have to develop. Okay, so I'm just gonna end it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it's like super maybe more laid back than people like, but it's just that's where I'm at right now, and my dog is quiet, which is cool. And hope you like this video. you can email me. I turned off the comments because like people get pretty wild with the comments and stuff, and I don't really have. It's just like the advice I just gave. Like I don't really have the time. I don't want to allot the time in my life going through comments and stuff. It's not that I don't value what you think. I just literally don't have the time to answer every comment and stuff. But if you want me to cover a certain celebrity, or if you want to email me your comment, that's fine. I also do readings and healings for people over distance, should you want that. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Bye.